It's Friday. Starting chapter 3. This will be our last chapter before the end of the semester.
Wow, I'm glad you're having fun.
We might start chapter 4, but we will not finish it. So this will be our last big test. All right, number 1. We gotta be able to look at these things and decide if they are, first of all, if they're exponential, and then second of all, if they're growth or decay, and then what's the rate of growth and decay. So, where are all these people? Anybody know?
They just didn't want to learn today.
He's probably not. I don't know what season it is. I don't know if he can. No idea. Okay. All right, so first of all, what makes a function exponential? One thing. Number raised to the x. So when I look at these problems, number raised to the x, is A exponential?
Yes.
Yes. It has a 1.23 raised to the x, so that's a exponential. Is B exponential?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Number raised to the x, 0.83 to the x power. Is C exponential?
No.
No. It's a quadratic. It's a power function. It's x squared. B.
Yes.
Yes. E. Tricky. No. Because to be exponential, it is a number raised to the x. Not an x to the x, a number to the x. And then F?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so C and E are not exponential. So we are done with those. We don't have to answer any more questions about those two. If they are exponential, state if they are growth or decay, and state the rate of growth or decay. The number that you raised to the power tells you if you're growth or decay. If that number is bigger than 1, think about multiplying by a number bigger than 1. Think about multiplying by 2.
It's only gonna get bigger.
It's only going to get bigger. So if the number that's number to the x, if that number is bigger than 1, it's growth. So A is a growth. And it's 23% growth. Because that, think about it, if you multiply by 1, you stay the same, right? But if you add on an extra 0.23, that's 23%, isn't it?
Yep.
So you're multiplying by 23% more than 1. So A is growth, 23%. Or you can say 23% growth. B is decay. Think about multiplying by a half. what happens if you multiply by a half? Don't you get smaller?
Yep.
Yep.
So multiplying by 0.83 is gonna make us get smaller, that's decay. Now be careful, the amount of decay, the percent decay is 17%.
Okay.
Where did I get the 17%?
That's
100 minus.
100 minus, that's right. Boys and girls, when you are doing exponentials and you have 15, a number to the x, if this number is bigger than 1, like 1.05, that is 5% growth. Because this number is 0.05 more than 1. 1 is your baseline. If you're multiplying by 0.95, that's 5% decay. Because that number is 0.05 less than 1. So when you are finding this number, you are asking yourself, how much bigger than 1? How much less than 1? Got it?
Yep.
All right. See, we're not doing D. Growth or decay? Growth, what percent? 2%. 2% growth. 1.02 is 0.02 more than 1. So it's 2% growth. E, we're not doing F. Decay,
8%.
8%. 0.92 is 0.08 less than 1, so 8% decay. Okay? And the last question is, what is the initial value? So when we look at one of our exponentials, this is what they look like. We already talked about the importance of that number. This guy right here is your initial value. And that means that whatever, like, if this is an equation for something, whatever it is that's growing 5%, I started with 15. So I started with $15. I started with 15 people. I started with 15 bacteria. I don't know, but this is what I started with. So when I look at problem A, my initial value is 3. When I look at question B, my initial value is 1/2. And D is 100. And F is 3.6. Okay? Number 2. Write the equation of the exponential function. Now, write this down. This is what exponential functions look like. You know how lines are y equals mx plus b? And you kind of just memorize that form. This is the form for exponentials. A number times a number to the x. Right? Now, we need the one that goes through the points 0, 2, and 1, 6. Here we go. Step 1. Take the point with a 0. And I will always give you a point with a 0. Alright? That's where you start. Take the point with a 0. Remember, this is x and this is y. Plug it in. So 2 equals a times b to the 0. Now, what do we know about something to the 0 power? 1. Very good, Trey. It's 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Always. So this is 1. So what does that mean? A
2 equals that.
equals 2?
Yeah.
So remember, this is what you're shooting for, but now you know A is 2. So 2 times b to the x.
Yeah.
Now, I used this point to find my a. Guess what I'm gonna do now?
Use the other point.
Use the other point to find
B.
b. So here we go. 6 equals 2 times b to the first. Remember, this is x, this is y. So 6 goes in for y, 1 goes in for x.
So then 6 would equal, or B would equal 3.
So yeah, 6 equals 2b, so b equals 3. And my answer then is y equals 2 times 3 to the x. No, we never combine those two numbers.
How'd you get that 2 again from the first?
This 2,
Yeah.
it's y. So I plug it in right here. 2 equals a times b to the 0th.
That'd be 1.
But b to the 0th is 1. A times 1 is a. So a equals 2. I thought he was going to ask about this. Do not ever combine those. They are two separate numbers. A, see how your formula has an A and a B?
Yeah.
They're not together, ever. It's a separate A, a separate B. Okay, so our answer is that.
For the second row right there where it says y equals 2 times b to the x, how'd you get that? Oh, dang.
Okay, this is my formula. I already know A is 2.
I'll plug in 2 for n.
All right, next one, probably the same thing. Zero, 1/2, and 2a. And y equals a times b to the x is my format. Okay, so Ronick, do you remember what we do first?
You plug in y for 1/2.
Yeah, plug in this point, right here. So remember x and y, putting it in for x and y. So here we go, 1/2 equals a times b to the 0. And what do we know about b to the 0th?
1.
1. So doesn't this just say 1/2 equals a?
Yeah. And then plug it here, yes,
So,
and then
all right,
y.
now I know this right here is a half. So now I know y equals a half b to the x. All right, what do I do next?
Plug in the other one.
Plug in the other one. So xy. So 8 equals 1/2 b to the 2nd.
Yeah. How would you treat the square?
Well, let's take care of first things first. What do I do about that?
Oh, multiply by 1/2.
Not multiply
Oh,
by
by 2,
1/2,
by 2.
multiply by 2. I'm gonna multiply by 2, so 16 equals b squared,
Okay, and then you square root it.
right?
Yeah.
And then we'll square root, so b equals 4.
Yeah.
And then our final answer is y equals 1/2 times 4 to the x. Am I gonna multiply those?
No.
Never. They're two separate things, A and B. Alright, now the next one, let's see what happens here. So y equals a times b to the x. All right, I'm on problem C now. First step. Lainey, what's my first step?
You start with a 0
So I'm gonna plug in 6 equals a times b to the 0. There's a lot of letters there. Make sure you're plugging in x for x and y for y. But we know b to the 0 is 1. So doesn't a just equal 6?
Yeah. Are you?
Okay, we're starting to see something here. What do you see over there?
I don't know, I was kinda confused.
What were you gonna say? You were confused?
When it's the, like, when you get the zero and it's 1, are you just like combining that with the A? And then,
So I mean, I left that step out. That's times 1.
and then
And what's a times 1?
A is just A, yeah.
All right. Kendall, what did you observe
Is our A always going to be the y of the first point?
of the 0 point?
Yeah.
Because a is the initial value. It's the starting value. So it's the value when x is 0. This is always going to be your a. Always. The point that's hooked to the 0, the y-intercept, is always going to be your a. So you can actually skip this step if you want. When you see the point 0, 6, that's a. So you can go straight to y equals 6, b to the x.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have to, that's a shortcut. It always works. I'm always gonna give you a 0 point. So I'm always giving you a, basically. All right, now we'll plug in the other point. So 3/8 equals 6 times b to the 4th.
Yeah. You gotta divide by 6.
I gotta divide by 6. Now, when I have fractions in a division problem,
You gotta flip it.
I like to write it out longhand, so it's 3/8 divided by 6. Keep, change, flip.
Yeah. Should be 3/40. 3/48.
3/48, but that reduces. What's 48 divided by 3?
The most part of
16?
So 1/16 equals b to the 4th. All right, come on guys, we divided by 6, which is the same as multiplying by 1/6. Multiplied straight across, got 3/48, which reduces to 1/16. Just read those into both of these.
So what would you do with the 4th?
Somebody tell me.
I mean, you couldn't square it. I mean, you could,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
only take half of it.
But no, we have things called 4th roots. We can 4th root both sides. And then we gotta figure out if it's a 4th root, it means something times itself
4 and 4.
4
So
times,
16 times
gives me
16.
16.
4 and 4.
2.
2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 4th root of 1/16 is 1/2. And that's my b. So my equation is y equals 6 times 1/2 to the x. All right, there's one more and it looks terrible, so let's see if we can fight our way through it. Can I skip step 1?
Yep.
What's A? 10. So I'm gonna go straight to here. A is 10. I'm just gonna plug it in. Everybody okay with that? So then 80 27ths equals 10 times B to the third. So this is gonna be a cube root problem when I get ready for it. I'm not ready for it yet. What do I need to do now, Aaron? Divide by 10. Now, I'm right back to where I was a minute ago. This is 80 27ths divided by 10.
So it'd be 80 over
80
27 times
27ths times 1 over 10.
2,710.
Which is 80 over 270.
Oh, yeah.
What about these guys right here? Can I cancel out of 10? So I have B cubed equals 8 27ths. Now remember over here when I had to do the fourth, I looked for fourth root. Here I'm gonna cube root, because that's a B cubed. And that means I'm looking for something that when I multiply it 3 times, I get 8. And then something else, when I multiply it 3 times, I get 27.
2/3.
2/3. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8.
3 times 2 times
3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Guys, I'm not gonna give you crazy wacky stuff, okay? 2 cubed is 8. 3 cubed is 27. All right, so my final answer is y equals 10 times 2/3 to the x.
That's now.
Okay? Got it so far?
Yep.
All right, let's look at number 3. Now, this is absolutely no calculator. I guess you could use a baby if you need it, but no big calculator, please. All right, we need to be able to do problems like these without a calculator. So, let me start by giving you a piece of information that is crucial. All right? When you see a fractional exponent, the very first thing I want you to do is write a radical sign. Because fractional exponents are radicals. Roots, square roots, cube roots, fourth roots, some kind of root. Every fractional exponent. So why don't you just somewhere right around that section, just write that down. Fractional exponent, excuse me, equals radical. All right. So all of these are going to be radicals. This number goes under the radical. So this one's gonna have an 8 underneath it, this one's gonna have a 16 underneath it, this one's gonna have an 8 underneath it. The exponent tells you what kind of radical you have. So that's a 3. This is gonna be a cube root. So the denominator tells you what kind of root you're taking. The numerator tells you what power you're gonna raise that to. So this means the cube root of 8 to the first power. What is the cube root of 8? That means times itself 3 times, I get 8. What is a cube root of 8? 2. We all need to know that. The cube root of 8 is 2. Then I'm gonna take it to the first power, so the answer is just 2. Now what does this one say? Here's my radical, there's my 16. This tells me it's a 4th root,
Which is 2.
and it's still gonna be to the first power, root, power, root, power. So the 4th root of 16 is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So we need to know the 4th root of 16 is 2. And then we're raising it to the first power, so the answer is again just 2. All right, now what's this one? This one's a little different. This is gonna be a cube root, and it's gonna be squared. 8 to the 2/3 means the cube root of 8 squared. What's the cube root of 8? 2. 2 times 2 times 2, 8. 2. This one is 2 squared though, so the final answer will be 4. Again, I'm not gonna give you wild and wacky numbers, guys. All right, here we go. All these are radicals. Under the radical, we'll go 16. What kind of radical is it? 4th
4.
root,
Yeah.
cube. What's the 4th root
2.
of 16? 2. But 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So the answer to that problem is 8. Okay, what's this one say? Cube root of 8 to the 4th power. Right, 1 step at a time. What's the cube root of 8? 2. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
And then I'm fourthing it. What's 2 to the 4th power? 16. All right, the next one is 16 under here. This number is always under the radical. What root is this?
Squared.
Square root. And I'm cubing it. Square root of 16.
4.
4. But I need to cube that. So that means 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64.
See? 6 times 4. Why did you say 4?
Okay? There's 2 more, I think. Would you and your partner see if you can figure out 9 to the 3 halves and 25 to the 1 half?
Is this a come up type of thing?
You wanna come up?
I'm open to come up.
All right, come on.
Your partner will not be following you up there.
Why not? The bottom one goes to the left, right?
As soon as I see
Everything's all right? Like you're kind of zoning out. right, the boys got 27 and 5 as their answers. What do the rest of you think? 27
I
and
think
5?
27 is, I think 27 is, I didn't get to 5.
You think 27 is right?
Yeah, I didn't get to the last one though, but
I think 5 is right too, because that means the square root of
25.
25, which is 5, to the first power, which is still 5? Alright, so we got that down? Alright, let's look at the next set. The next set isn't fractional exponents. The next set is negative exponents. So we gotta figure this out here, folks. So back up, clear our minds. When you have a fractional exponent, you immediately think radical. Fractional exponents are radicals. Okay? Now, negative exponents mean 1 over. So 4 to the negative second means 1 over 4 squared. Negative, uh-oh, somebody's watching you people. Negative exponents mean 1 over.
Sorry, I was just looking at it, sorry.
All right?
Yeah.
So 1 over 4 squared, so the answer to this problem is 1/16?
Yep.
All right,
Oh,
so what does this one mean? 1 over 5 to the first, which is indeed 1/5.
Oh, never mind. If it was 5 to the 0, would that be 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, be careful with ones like this. That does not have a negative exponent. So that is 2 over 1, isn't it? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
But this is going to be 1 over 3 squared. So I have my 2 over 1
So 2 over 3 squared.
times 1 over 9.
Yeah.
So the answer is 2/9. If it's a regular number with no negative exponent, then you leave it alone. You only change it if it has a negative exponent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys, look at D. D is already 1 over.
So would you flip it again?
So we tip it again, but when you tip it again, it's just gonna become 4 over 1, right? So the negative exponent basically means do the reciprocal. So if it's a 4, it becomes 1/4. If it's a 5, it becomes 1/5. Well, if it's already the reciprocal, we're gonna flip it back over, and the answer is 16. What? Now, what do you think's gonna happen to this one?
Same thing.
So it's gonna become 3/2 to the third,
Yeah.
because the negative flips you.
Now would
Right?
it be 3 over 2 times 3 over 2, or would it be 3 to the third on top, like 27 over 2?
No, they both have the exponent. So
Oh.
it's 27 on the top, but it's 8 on the bottom, yeah. Because that whole thing has the exponent. So everything in it is getting cubed. All right. 1/2 times 5 to the negative first. 1/2 have the exponent?
No,
So it just stays 1/2. But what happens to this? What's 5 to the negative first?
5.
1/5? So now I have my 1/2 that I started with, and my 1/5,
So 1/10.
1/10.
Okay.
This guy is the same thing. Except, okay, so the 1/2 is staying. Everybody okay with that?
Yep.
But this guy, he's already 1/5, so I'm gonna have to
Flip it.
flip it and make it 5/1. So 1/2 times 5/1, 5/2. And then this is an easy one. This is gonna be 1/3 They know what 3/4 is?
721? 81.
81. 1/81, 9 times 9. Look at the next section, you guys.
Keeps getting harder and harder.
We're putting them together now, so we know how to deal with fractions, we know how to deal with negatives, now we're putting them together. So, a little word and wise from somebody who has done a lot of math over the years. When you have a fraction, I'm talking about exponents, your exponent's a fraction, and it's negative, take care of the negative first. Do the negative part first,
So flip it.
okay? So, I have 8, the negative is gonna change that to 1/8, would you agree with me?
Yep.
The exponent does not change except it becomes positive. You're never gonna flip your exponent. This is the number that flips, right here, this guy. The exponent never flips. As soon as I flip that, that becomes positive now. So then I have a fractional exponent, which means I have a radical. Under the radical is 1/8. I am cube rooting and then squaring.
What we did before.
All right, so here we go. The cube root of 1 is 1. The cube root of 8 is 2. But now I still have to square it.
So it'd be 1/4.
So my answer, my final answer is 1/4. If you type this into your calculator, it's gonna say 0.25, 1/4. Let's repeat the process, here we go. Step 1, take care of that. So instead of 4, it's 1/4. And it's to the 3/2 power. That means it's a radical. And under the radical is a 1/4. What kind of radical is it?
Squared.
Square root cubed. Square root cubed. Square root of 1 is
1.
Square root of 4 is
2.
2. But now I have to cube that. So 1 cubed is 1. 1 to any power is 1. Any root, any power, you got a 1, you got a 1. That's it. 2 cubed is
4. 2 cubed is 4.
2 cubed is not 4.
2 cubed? Oh, to the
Eight.
third. Oh, two. It would be
It's eight.
8. Yeah.
So the answer to that problem is 1/8.
There's something wrong.
All right. 1/9 to the negative 1/2. These look so hard, but they're not if you do them one step at a time. First thing I have to do is deal with this. That's gonna take my 1/9 and flip it back over and turn it into a 9 to the 1/2. That is a radical with a 9 under it. The root is 2, the power is 1. Square root of 9 is 3, and 3 to the first is still
3.
3. So the answer to that problem is 3. Okay, we'll do a couple more, then I'm gonna set you loose. 8/27 to the negative 1/3. Now remember, you're doing the negative first. What does the negative tell me to do? Flip this. Right? Flip this. So this is gonna be 27/8 to the 1/3. Don't change your exponent, just make it positive. So that's the radical with the 27/8 underneath. What kind of radical is it? Cube root, first power. Cube root of 27,
There's 3.
3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27.
No, it'd be a 3 over 2.
So that's 3. Cube root of 8 is 2. Since it's to the first power, that's just it. 3/2 is our answer. All right, one more together, and then you got 5 to do on your own. Here we go. 27 to the negative 2/3. Step 1, take care of the negative. So what happens to 27? It becomes 1/27. Remember, 27 is 27/1, so it's gonna flip. This means a radical with a 1/27 under it. What kind of radical is it? Cube root, squared. So what's the cube root of 1? 1. What's the cube root of 27? 3. But I have to square it, so my final answer will be 1/9. Okay? Now, there are 5 more, F, G, H, I, and J. You and your partner start working on those, and we'll have those up here on the board. Let's see how it goes. Remember, the first thing you do is flip it over, right?
Yeah.
Two to the fourth power.
I'll bring you make I guarantee I'll choke you out.
Zion, do you have these done?
No, he does not. He does not.
Stop talking.
Talking about it.
Ryan, you're talking too, get busy.
I'm on my last one.
We're
Alright.
supposed to be working together.
Sonny hasn't done.
Huh?
Sonny hasn't done.
You got them all done, Sonny?
Just about almost over.
Alright, well, let's go, honey. You guys are acting very unfocused. We're gonna do this.
Hey, it's not that.
Sonny been done. He had these done before you wrote them on the board.
That's okay.
He want to share with the class. All right, you can do that. This is voluntary.
I'm not gonna have you come up until I make sure you have the right answer, because I don't wanna confuse people. So we'll give you a couple more minutes and then we'll see if we got some right answers.
Wait, 100 times. Is that 1,000 times
100 times 2.
100 times 1,000, right?
Molly, what'd you get for F?
For F, I got 1/8.
You are right, come up, put it on the board. Show your
Did I get J right? Can I tell you the answer?
No. Let me know.
Okay.
Keaton, what'd you get for G? No. You got it again.
I got it.
Pippins, what'd you get for G? 2. Come on up, put it on the board. See, I need, she got the right answer, but I want you to make sure this is 1 over. That's in the denominator at 16, because it is a negative exponent. All right, you're putting G up there? All right, Sonny, what'd you get for H?
1 over 27.
You are right. Come on up, put it on the board, show your work. All right, let's come back over here. What did you guys get for I? You haven't gotten that far yet. So, Keaton,
You got 1 over 2.
when I asked you guys, he said you haven't gotten that far. You said I had got there.
For H, I got 1 over 2.
Okay, there we go.
1 over 3. Yeah, that's
Talk
what I
about grown-ups here. Okay, so keep going, maybe you'll get it. Sonic, what'd you get for I? Perfect, put it up there.
Can I do J, please? I'm proud of the answer I got.
Dick, what answer did you get?
1,000 over 27?
You are right. Go ahead, put it up.
Bite the crust off your lips.
Thank you, Ron.
That's why you're
You got the right answer, I just want to make you confused by that. Okay, so who has a question about, well, all these are correct. So you need to match them, so if you don't, we need to talk about it. So who has a question?
The one I had a question was the last one. The
Last
1,000.
one?
Yeah, the 1,000.
Okay, so first of all, we flip the fraction, so that should make sense to you. It turns over, and it's the 3 halves, which means the square root cube. What is the square root of 100? 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So the square root of 100 is 10.
Is there any way to do that?
What's the square root of 9?
3.
3. Then I have to cube that. So this means 10 times 10 times 10,
It's 1,000.
which is 1,000. And then 3 times 3 times 3, which is
You just messed up on
27.
the, on the,
If you do it in those steps, you don't need a calculator because it's all really easy math.
exactly.
That ends 3.2, or 3.1, I mean, which means that homework is going to be due on Tuesday. The next class we have, we're gonna do a little practice quiz. And then we're gonna have a quiz over exponents. So spend, if you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Spend some time over the weekend going back through and redoing these problems that we just did. Alright, we'll practice next time, quiz the time after that. Got it? And you have homework due on Tuesday.